Hello everyone, welcome to Agile Rank Mate. Today we'll be discussing the TALLENTEX examination, which is the Allen Career Institute's Talent Encouragement Exam. We'll be discussing some previous year questions asked in TALLENTEX Grade 10. First question on mental ability. A watch which gains 5 seconds in 3 minutes was set right at 7 a.m. In the afternoon of the same day, when the watch indicated 4 p.m., the true time is 4 p.m., 4:08 p.m., 3:58 p.m., and 3:52 p.m. Now, in this question, let's calculate the actual time that has elapsed. I mean, not the actual time. We have to first calculate the actual time that is elapsed. The time which the clock shows has elapsed would be from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., not 4 p.m. If we read the question, it says 4 p.m. So, from 7 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. Now 7 to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then till 4 will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be 9 hours and 15 minutes. So according to the watch, 9 hours and 15 minutes was the time which has been elapsed. So this can be written as 9.25 hours, which in the fraction form will be 1.1 by 4, which is 37 by 4 hours. So let the actual time, the true time that has elapsed, equal to x. Then x plus the gain, the extra gain, which is 5 seconds per 3 minutes, would be equal to 37 by 4. Now the gain in terms of x, so for gain in 3 minutes would be 5 seconds per 3 minutes. So 5 seconds divided by 3 times 60 seconds. And so seconds would cancel each other, and this will be the rate of gain. So the gain in this case would be 5 by 3 times 60 times x. And if we further simplify it, we'll have 1 over here and 12. So the gain is 1 by 36x. Sorry, x in the numerator. So we get x plus x by 36 is equal to 37 by 4. If we do 36x plus x is equal to, divided by 36 would be equal to 37 by 4. That is 37x by 36 is equal to 37 divided by 4. Now from this, we can cancel 37 means 4x is equal to 36. So x is equal to 36 divided by 4, which is equal to 9. So since we calculate in the form of hour, so x, since 37 by 4 is an hour, then both of these would also be in terms of hours. So x over here is 9 hours. So 9 hours from 7 a.m. which we calculated was till 4 p.m. So option 1, 4 p.m. is the correct answer for this question. Next question on physics. A man with defective eyes cannot see distinctly object at the distance more than 60 cm from his eyes. The power of the lens to be used will be plus 60d, minus 60d, minus 1.66d, and d 1 by 1.66d. So for this question, we have to understand what type of lens should be used. So it says that the man with defective eyes cannot see distant objects at a distance more than 60 centimeter. So that means this person is experiencing myopia or nearsightedness. This means instead of his far point being infinity, his far point is now 60 centimeters. And so the goal of the lens, that is convex lens, would be based would be for the image from infinity, which would diverge and then form an image a minimum at 60 centimeter. So the power of lens needed required, so 1 by f, the focal length of the lens would be 1 by v minus 1 by u. Now the image distance is 60 centimeter or minus 60 centimeter. So 1 by f would be equal to 1 by minus 60 centimeters minus 1 by u is placed in infinity, 1 by infinity. Now in physics, 1 by infinity is equal to 0. So we get 1 by f is equal to 1 by minus 60 centimeters. So we get the power, that is 1 by f, as 1 by minus 1 by 60 centimeters. Now, let's convert this centimeter to meter, we'll get minus 100 by 60. And if we simplify, we get minus 5 by 3, which if we put in decimals is equal to minus 1.66666 bar diopter. So if we look at the options, we can see option C is the correct answer for this question. D, 1 by 1.66 would be actually minus of 1 by 1.66 would be the focal length in this case. So option D is incorrect and B and A is also definitely incorrect. Next question on chemistry. 4 students observed the color of acetic acid and the odor of acetic acid and its reaction with sodium hydrogen carbonate. The observations recorded by the 4 students A, B, C and D are given below. The correct set of observations are. Now for this, we have to understand acetic acid. They observed, we see that the 4 students observed its color, its odor and its reaction with sodium hydrogen carbonate. Now, it is most useful, it is best to do the reaction part first, as we may not know the color and odor of acetic acid. So, acetic acid is CH3COOH. Its reaction with sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate is NaHCO3. This is the classic example of an acid reacting with a carbonate. We'll get a salt, CH3COONA, sodium acetate, plus, and we'd also form water plus carbon dioxide. Now, if we look at the third column, or rather the fourth column, we see its reaction with sodium hydrogen carbonate. In A, it's saying, student A is saying there will be no reaction. However, we saw that a reaction is taking place. So option 1 is incorrect. Option B, or rather student B, says the gas which evolved will burn with a pop sound. The gas which evolved over here is carbon dioxide. However, the gas which student B is referring to is hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas is the gas which burns with a pop sound. Since hydrogen gas is not evolved, this is also incorrect. C says that gas evolves without bubbles. Now this is also incorrect because CO2 forms bubbles when it is formed in a reaction. Option D is correct. Brisk effervescence. Now this term can be broken down into two parts. Brisk means fast, meaning the reaction will be fast, and effervescence will be formation of fizzy or bubbles, formation of bubbles. And so this can be experienced in cold drinks, fizzy drinks, where carbon dioxide is. So brisk effervescence is a fast reaction where bubbles are formed. So this observation is particularly for carbon dioxide. So with this only we can get that student D is correct. We do not need to check the other parts. However, if we check, we'll say that acetic acid is colorless and it has a smell of vinegar. So option 4D is the correct answer for this question. Let's move to the next question on biology. The diagram of the human digestive system is given below. In this model, P secretes a juice which helps in fat digestion. Q secretes a hormone which regulates the sugar level of human blood. Identify the correct label diagram. Now in this, you have to identify what is P and Q. The statement 1 says P secretes a juice which helps in fat digestion. Now this juice which is mentioned here is the bile juice. Now it is asking which helps in fat digestion, not directly involved in fat digestion. Now, bile juice is responsible for the emulsification of fat, that is the breaking down of large fat globules into smaller ones. And the organ which secretes bile juice is the liver. Now, from this statement, we can cancel option 1, 3, and 4. Option 1 says P is the pancreas, which is incorrect. Option 3 says P is the small intestine, which is also incorrect. Option 4 says P is the stomach, which is also incorrect. However, let's also check Q. Q secretes a hormone which regulates the sugar level of human blood. So, there are actually two hormones which are secreted. The first one is insulin, and the second one is glucagon. Insulin is responsible for decreasing the sugar level, and glucagon is responsible for increasing the sugar level in blood. So, and both of these are secreted by the pancreas, which is a heterocrine system. So, if you look at option 2, it says P is the liver and Q is the pancreas. Option 2 is the correct answer for this question. Now, last question on mathematics. A right circular cone of radius 4 cm and slant height 5 cm is carved out from a cylindrical piece of wood of the same radius and the height 5 cm. The surface area of the remaining wood is. Now we have to visualize this question. It says there that a right circular cone is carved out of this radius 4 cm and slant height 5 cm from a cylindrical piece of wood of the same radius and its height is 5 cm. So, since it says it's the same radius, say we have a cylinder and a cone like this is cut out from it. This is what is being represented by the question. This part is cut out. Now we have to find the surface area of the remaining wood. So, for the remaining surface area, so the total surface area, that is what we had to find, is equal to, now we know that the top part and the sides of the cylinder would still be intact. Now that can be obtained by the TSA of cylinder minus its base, the base, and also since the remaining part of wood also comprises of the CSA of the cone. If we visualize it, if we look at the insides, if we feel out the outside of this shape, we will also find that the CSA of the cone would also be part of the surface area of the remaining wood. So here would be CSA of cone. Now the TSA, total surface area of cylinder, would be equal to 2 pi r into r plus h, let's put it in capital letters since it's the cylinder, r plus h, minus the base, which is pi r squared, plus the CSA of the cone, which is equal to pi r l. Now if we replace the values, 2 times pi times r, that is the same radius, I forgot to mark the values on the diagram, this would be 4 centimeter. The height which is given in the question is 5 centimeter. And this slant height over here is also 5 centimeter. So this will be 2 pi times radius, which is into 4, times radius is 4 plus height is 5. This will be in centimeters, of course. And minus pi times r would be 4 centimeters square, plus pi times r, that is r, capital R and small r would be the equal, since it's given the question of the same radius, be 4 centimeters. And the slant height, which is already given the question, is 5 centimeters. Now let's continue the calculations over here. We have 8 pi times 4 plus 5 is 9, minus 16 pi plus 20 pi. Now 9 times 8 would be equal to 72 pi, and minus 16 plus 20 would give plus 4 pi, which is equal to 76 pi. Now in this case, we do not need to put the value of pi, since the answer is in the form of pi. If it had been in the form of fractions, we would have used 22 by 7 or 3.14. So, however, in this case, we do not need to use it. We already got the answer. It's option C, 76 pi centimeter square. And that's the end of this episode. We hope you found it interesting. For more of such videos and other competitive exams, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Agile Rank Mate. Until the next episode, take care, stay safe, ta-ta for now.